All right, hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. We've got a good one for you today. Today we're going to break down military pay and how it really stacks up against civilian salaries. This is a really interesting conversation. Not a lot of people have ever really looked into this. And we're not just going to look at the base pay for the military. We're going to factor in housing, medical, retirement accounts, and of course, the infamous pension, which is very, very rare these days with jobs. When you add it all together, the numbers will blow you away, I promise. If you're curious about it, you definitely want to watch this video. The military provides a good lifestyle, especially when you get up there in rank and you're pushing 20 plus years. So first we'll break down military pay. We'll use my current pay as an example. I'm a lieutenant. I'm an 03 in the military, but I'm prior enlisted, so I'm an 03E with 22 years. My base pay is $9,257 a month. That's taxable. My basic allowance for housing is $2,700 a month, and that's completely tax-free. That's about $11,957 a month, or $143,000 a year. Now, when you gross up your BAH for taxes, that's really like $41,500 more per year in civilian money. Don't forget, military families also, we get free health care. That's a big one right there. For a family, say for instance, my family, for a family of 4, that's another $8,000 to $10,000 in savings that I have compared to a civilian paying out of pocket. So my kids, me, like we're all free medical, and that saves so much money. It's crazy. So when you add those benefits together, $143,000 military package on the civilian scale looks more like 160,000 civilian salary equivalent. So keep that in mind. 143,000, it's equal to about 160 civilian. But there's more. Now let's talk about the game changer, and that's the pension. Most people don't have pensions nowadays. They have their 401ks, they have their Roth IRAs, but they don't have pensions. So here's the part that most people overlook. Like I said, that's the pension. At 20 years, you retire with 50% of your base pay for life every month. That's about $55,000 a year. At 25 years, for like my example, I'm retiring at 62.5%, which is around $69,400 a year for the rest of my life. You get 2.5% every year past 20. So to match that in the civilian world, you would need $1.7 million in an investment portfolio to generate that same type of monthly income that I'll be getting for the rest of my life just for my pension. That's huge right there. So when you factor that in, my military career looks more like $215,000 to $225,000 civilian salary, because somebody would have to be contributing also to that investment brokerage account. There's more. Now let's talk about retirement accounts, Roth IRA and TSP, or the military 401k, because that's not all. Because just like civilians, we also invest as military members. So I get my pension, but I also have a Roth IRA. I also have my TSP or my 401k. Between, say for instance, my Roth IRA or your spouse's IRA and your thrift savings plan that we contribute to every month, like I max out my Roth IRA every month at $583 a month, and then I put 7% into my TSP. Those accounts should be worth about $750,000 combined, assuming normal market growth. That's huge. $750,000 that I'm also investing. So on top of your pension, that's basically worth $1.7 million portfolio by itself. I'll also have another $750,000 just in investments. Think about that for a minute and how much money that's really, really worth. A lot of people say that the military is underpaid or you can't get rich being in the military. That is a complete lie. You can get very wealthy in the military if you're smart with your money and you're investing and you're setting yourself up with retirement accounts. The big takeaway right now, my pay benefits is equal to about $160,000 in civilian salary. But when you add in the pension at 25 years, it jumps up to $215,000 to $225,000. And then once you start adding in my Roth IRAs and my TSP growth, that real equivalent is closer to $230,000 to $240,000 a year. So I'm 40 years old making that equivalent to a civilian salary when you talk about taxable versus non-taxable, all the different benefits you get. Now, and that's before Social Security, obviously, and that's before VA disability, which could push it even higher. I know for a fact I'll probably be at least 50% disabled. Your VA disability can range anywhere from like 2,000 to 4,000 a month if you're like 50 to 100% disabled, which is easy to get from all the stuff we go through in the military. So there's so many more factors that we can keep stacking on top of this. Now, in closing, when people ask, what's military pay really worth? The answer is a lot more than just the base pay. It's the salary, it's the tax-free housing, it's the free healthcare, it's the retirement accounts, and it's the guaranteed pension for the rest of your life. The military is a huge stepping stone to financial freedom if you're doing the full 20 years, and you can make yourself very wealthy in the military if you go in it for the long haul and you're smart with your money. If you found this breakdown helpful, make sure you like the video, subscribe for more financial breakdowns, drop a comment. Would you take the guaranteed pension route? Most people don't, or most people don't have the opportunity. Or would you rather grind it out in the civilian world for the rest of your life to try and equate to that, which is very, very hard to do? I'm fortunate and I'm glad that I went into the military. It's going to provide a very good lifestyle for me for the rest of my life, post 44 years old when I retire. So I'm happy with it. I think I made the right choice. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one. Think about joining the military if you're looking for an easy way to achieve financial freedom and get some really cool experiences in life.